after that?
Oh, you know, it's I'm just happy. I'm happy for the seniors. You know, they've been fighting hard. They've had, they had a change of coaches. You know, so it's tough on those guys. But man, you send them out that way. You know, Trudeau and Robinson. I mean, they were so happy, and Foy after the game. So it's fun just to see those guys' faces. That's what it's about. You know.
What do you think Scott should be remembered for here in the time that you've
I don't know. You guys kind of determine that. I mean, the one thing about Coach, which is a lot different than a lot of coaches, is he cares about the guys a ton. You know what I mean? Other places, it's like college football to some degree sometimes turns into it's turning into like pro football. You know, like you win, you move on. You know, and you don't get to know the guys as much. And he knows every single one of them, and he cares about each one of them. You know, so. I hope that's what they remember him for. You know.
Do you have any insight whether you'll be back?
No. Yeah, I don't know a thing. The one thing I know is that I don't know anything. That's what I've told a lot of people.
Tim, Zach Mahoney, just what you could say about coaching a guy like him, seeing it end the way that it did.
You know, I was on him all game. Because he was struggling throwing the ball. You know, and you know, he did a great job in the run game. You know, reading ends, and he missed a couple throws here and there, and he was getting rid of it quick and early and late, and so I was getting on him pretty good during the game, and he stayed calm, and we just kept trying to tell him, hey, this is the drive. We just need one more drive. Obviously, we're going against I think they're number one in the country on defense, you know, so it was a challenge, but I thought he stayed calm. He was positive the whole time, you know, and I was happy with the way he just kept grinding, you know, in a close game.
Tim,
Poppy!
Yo, Coach, good.
What's up, buddy?
When Mark called you guys into the office on Monday, what was his explanation for letting you guys go?
He really didn't say. He just was informing us that he was. You know what I mean? That's really it. He didn't explain. He didn't have rationale behind it, you know?
And no one asked him?
No. I mean, at that point, the decision's made. It's like, there's nothing that he's going to say. You know what I mean? He was just letting us know. And then we got up and walked out. It was like a minute. You know, it wasn't very long. You know.
So it sounds like no time for Scott or anyone to kind of state their case for why time should be given.
I don't know. I mean, he wasn't with us when we were in there. You know, so yeah, he just informed us that they were replacing us, and you know, that was kind of it.
Blindsided? I hate to use that word.
No, you never. I mean, in this, you never know. You know what I mean? You never know. So you're never surprised by anything. You know, the Les Miles thing. Now, if that happens, that's surprising. You know, but you just never know. You know, Solich was the same way, and Pelini was the same way. You know, so you never know. He's got a job to do, and I think he's, doing his job. Or what he feels. That's your job. Like when I'm in charge of the offense, I'm going to do what I think I need to do. You know, right, wrong, or indifferent. You know, I think that's where he's at.
A lot of kids obviously come to Syracuse for Shafe, for you. Mm-hmm. The quarterback from Oregon's one of them. What are you telling those kids now as you guys are leaving?
Just tell them. I give them my number so I can help them. You know, because I'm close with all of them. You know, I had the same thing happen to me. You know, I played for one coach for 2 years and then another coach for 3 years. You know, so worked out great for me. I got a chance to meet Bill Cubitt and teach me a ton about football, and so it worked out. So just they're kids. You know what I mean, and they don't really understand it. And I just told them to, you're not going to know anything by tomorrow. So just sit back, let it play out, have faith, that it'll work out. And I just tell them the story of what happened to me, just so they know that, it happens. Because for these kids, it's happening to them, where it happens a lot, and it happened to me. So I was just trying to help them with another story of, hey, it's not the end of the woods. Life's going to go on. Sun's going to come up tomorrow, because they're all upset and have their heads down. Deli Island. What's up, buddy? Recruited that guy. I love him. But so yeah, I just try to put a positive spin on it. Like, they're going to get a great guy, and try to get them. You want each and every one of those guys to have success in there. So whether I'm watching on TV or up in the booth, it really don't matter.
When do you guys got to be out? Clean out your offices.
Monday. So we're pretty quick.
Did Bill Cubitt, he got an extension?
I heard that at halftime. I was happy for him. I was fired up for him.
Think he'll get a call?
Oh shoot, I don't think so. His son does, his quarterbacks who I coached, when I worked for him, So I'm excited. I'm going to call him tonight and congratulate him, and he's a great coach, and I think all the players there love him, and I was glad they're going to give him a chance at least for 2 years to recruit his guys, and I don't know, did they win or lose today? I don't even know. They're playing Northwestern. This would be that'd be a big win for them. So, especially in the state of Illinois, being from there. So I'm excited that my old coach is now officially the head coach, not the interim head coach of my home state. So it'll be cool. I'll definitely go visit him for sure.
2 more questions, guys.
When you reflect on maybe the overall body of your offense this year, do you, one, are you happy with what you got? And 2, do you feel like you really got a chance to do everything?
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, maybe I'm different and maybe I'm rationalizing because that can happen, I think we're going to end up being one of the top 10 scoring offenses in the history of the school, Yards-wise, we weren't great, but we had 200 less plays than last year. So if you add those two, I think it's 200 before the game. Yeah. So, I think we improved a lot for year one, especially with the quarterback situation the way it went. So, I think it was last year. I think it might have been Bud asked me how many points you think you can score. I was like 28. I think would be. We're going to face 9 of the top 12 teams. Are going to be top 30 defense. We're going to go against the tough teams, and I don't think we moved the ball great. But I think we scored. We found ways to score, which is really what matters at the end of the day. And I think we would have kept getting better and better and better, especially with continuity, But I was happy with the improvement from where we started to where we're at right now. I think I'm pretty excited about what we were able to accomplish in 1 year.
There's a lot of talk about bringing in a spread type offensive guys, candidates. You obviously saw George try to run it. You were a part of that. Do you think the personnel situation here in Syracuse's maybe status in the recruiting landscape makes that feasible?
I think they'll be good. I think the hybrid position, will translate to anything.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I think guys like Irv and guys like Strickland out there, if they're running bubbles, what people don't realize, our offense is no different than a spread. The difference is instead of throwing the bubble, we bring the guy back and pitch to him. But the blocking schemes are identical. They just can't force us to throw the bubble, which is but the blocking is the exact same. And we added some schemes that we didn't have in the past, but it's very similar. It's just how you do it. It's whether you want to bring the guy back and pitch to him, or whether you want to, as you're running, if you pull it, throw the bubble mid throw. But everything else is the same.